Everything is a symptom. Now, it sounds obvious that everything is a symptom of something. Everything is because of a result of something. But the way I want to think about it is your life is under your control. 99% of things are a result of what you did. And of course, there's a lot of things that aren't in your control, like where you were born, or if you grew up in a rich or poor family, if you have a disability or not, of course. But these are not things we want to focus on. This is how we fall into the victim mindset and how we just have so much self-pity that we never accomplish anything because we just want everyone to feel bad for ourselves. If we're always in this mindset, then, like I said, we're never going to accomplish anything because we just want to make excuses all the time of why we can't do things. But why are you doing this? Why are you self-sabotaging? Why don't you make reasons for why you can do something? This is something that I've learned through the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. This is a book that I've talked about a lot on my channel because of how OP it is. It is a really good book for your mindset. One of the things that David Schwartz talks about in the book is something he calls the N and P channels. So the N means negative and the P means positive. And he was talking about tapping into your positive channels and how so many people are always in the negative channels. So what this means is just being in a positive state of thinking versus a negative. Too many people 24/7 are in the N channel. They're in the self-deprecating, self-pity, the feel bad for me channel. They're in the my life sucks channel. They're in the negative channel. They're in the N channel. And too lot of the time, they turn into the P channel. But I don't care what people say. Anytime you want, you can make your mind turn into the P channel. If you just think positive thoughts, people will say this is, cringe or whatever, but if you just think positive thoughts, you can tap into the P channel and accomplish so much more when you're in a positive mindset. I would recommend reading the book. He explains it very well, but I'll do my best here. Basically, every time you remember, tap into the P channel. Turn into the positive mindset. Think of everything in a better light. Because we have trained our brains to always be in the N channel, always look at the bad side of things. And people aren't training their brains to be in the positive channel. So naturally, when something happens, people are pessimistic about it. A lot of people aren't optimists. This is just a recipe for failure. Because if something genuinely is positive, if you're thinking in a negative light, the result is going to be so much worse than if you're always thinking in a positive light. There's positives to a lot of things in life, and people refuse to look at it. Now, to do this, to change your life through thinking in the positive light, you have to want to change. And a lot of people don't want to change. A lot of people will lie and say they do, but a lot of people don't want to change. They're too comfortable. They don't want to take a risk. Even if there isn't a risk, they'll say it's a risk. They don't want to give up their comfortability and their easy life. But life isn't supposed to be easy. We are animals. We're meant to have a mission. We're meant to have a purpose. We're meant to go through the trials and tribulations of life. It's not meant to be an easy time. Why would you want an easy life? Why do you want to be weak? Why do you want to be comfortable? As humans, we should strive to have an uncomfortable life, have something that will give us purpose and meaning, have something that will develop ourselves as humans. I'll put it up on the screen. There's a chart and it shows, when you're in your comfort zone, you're not growing at all. Then you have to move outside of your comfort zone. You have to go into your uncomfortable zone, and then you find the growth zone. This is where you meet new friends. This is where you find new hobbies and passions. This is where you ask out your crush and find a life partner. This is where you grow. This is where you find your purpose. But so many people don't want to make the leap into the uncomfortable zone. So many people don't want to leave their comfort zone. They will never have this growth. They'll never reach their true potential because they would rather not accept responsibility for what happens in their life, throw everything up to luck, stay comfortable and stay miserable in their long run. I'd recommend at every possible moment tapping into the positive channel, being an optimist and jumping out of your comfort zone. Because do you want an easy life? Really? You want an easy life? If you do, then I don't know what to say to you. I don't know. I don't think I can convince you. You have to want this. You have to want growth. You have to want uncomfortability. You have to want to fulfill your purpose. And for this, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to go through hard times. Thanks, guys. I'm kind of goated.